While she was still speaking with the king, Nathan the prophet arrived, and they told the king, Nathan the prophet is here. So he went before the king and bowed with his face to the ground. Nathan said, Have you, my lord the king, declared that Adonijah shall be king after you, and that he will sit on your throne? Today he has gone down and sacrificed great numbers of cattle, fattened calves, and sheep. He has invited all the king's sons, the commanders of the army, and Abiathar the priest. Right now, they are eating and drinking with him and saying, Long live King Adonijah, but me, your servant, and Zodak the priest, and Benaiah son of Jehoiada, and your servant Solomon, he did not invite. Is this something my lord the king has done without letting his servants know who would sit on the throne of my lord the king after him? And so, as we can see, there's issue because these people knew already that David had said that Solomon was going to be his heir. Now, remember, David, this is interesting, right? Because David, in order to get with and marry Bathsheba, he murdered somebody. He had her original husband, her first husband, murdered. And so he humbled himself and asked for forgiveness. But Nathan the prophet had told him, there was going to be consequence. And so there has been consequence in this case. And so also, though, we can see that even with that sin that he's done, the Lord can still utilize people. The Lord can still turn bad situations into good. And that's something that we have to think about in our lives too, bringing past to present, is that sometimes when we do actions that we commit sin, or we do something that's wrong, which is sin, there are consequences. But there can also be when we humble ourselves and ask for forgiveness, there can also be, the Lord can turn things around and not allow for our own created disaster to happen. Or a disaster may happen, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel, as the saying goes. There's always hope, and that is hope in the Lord. So we are to draw near to him, closer to him, so that way we are comforted, and that we do know that we can rely upon our Lord. So, and be humble and thank Jesus for everything that he has in his grace, right? And so, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?